Live video, man.
Go ye therefore, teaching all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Y'all ready?
So let's go.
Turn it up. I'm about to show you what real is. Where's my soldiers?
I'm the dog can agree with her. So y'all can go all right. Go somewhere else.
Let's go inside.
Inside. Let's go.
Let's go, because you know what time it is.
It's fantasy.
It's game time, baby.
Amen.
Fantasy game time. Russell Maven, Temple, Texas. Best friend Jay Thompson, Killeen, Texas. We're getting ready to do our thing. Talk about some week 4 fantasy hot takes.
Yeah, all kind of implications we got coming
Woo!
up.
We already got a couple of bye weeks, and
I know, that was crazy. I saw that.
I know somebody's mad. Why my team got the early bye week? It's a conspiracy.
Yeah, it's like do you want it early, you want it late? If it's in the middle, you complain. So
All you're gonna know is we're gonna have the league office is gonna hear about this one way or the other, no matter when it is.
So we want to make sure you guys know that we do have a Facebook page.
Hey, it'll take us 10 or 12 years to figure crap out.
Fantasy Game Time, and we've been having one a week, so we consistent with the questions. This week we got.
We'd like to have somebody else.
Well, we did this week. Brian jumped in there.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it was Brian this week.
Yeah, so I guess Brett, you're fired, or our answer wasn't good enough.
Yep, Brett didn't like that answer.
Well, he was too busy trading this week.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why he couldn't get his question.
Make you a bad person.
Oh, trading don't make you a bad person?
No, man.
It'd make you a bad owner, I guess.
Yeah. Well, how'd your week go last week? Did you win?
I had a good week, man. A really good week. Normally it's either a fantasy good week or my real team bad week. It's like it's never normally the same, but
the Gamecocks, the Dolphins, and all your fantasy teams never all win. Huh?
Right. It's just you just have to take what you can get. But last week was pretty good, man.
Man, I had a 2-3 week last week. My Longhorns won, and my good team won, and then my other 2 teams lost, and the Cowboys, of course, lost.
Oh, they're not labeled a good team?
Not no more. Not when you're 1-2. If you're 1-2, you ain't no good. You ain't no good. I don't care if you got Aaron Rodgers or not. You ain't no good.
Oh,
you ain't got no good. So, let's talk about what are
you talking about?
Let's just talk about what we're talking about. What are you talking about? That's what I'm talking about.
Man.
Let me tell you what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Deshaun Watson laying out a defensive lineman on a block and not injuring his shoulder, not using his shoulder, just squaring somebody up and just knocking them the heck out.
Man, I actually, because Houston on TV a lot, well, every week. But this dude was taking some punishment, man.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man.
They should throw the flag on that.
Well, I was like, man, did this dude, blow his knee out, 7 times already? Man, nobody, coaching this dude to, calm down some, or just once the game on, it's game time, so.
I think any quarterback that has some mobility needs to watch Russell Wilson, because that dude, it either touchdown, first down, or get down. That's all he does. Never takes a hit unless he's sacked or something.
Right,
it's just like he never invites contact. That's the only way to go. It's the only way to preserve yourself.
Yeah, but he was just getting thrown around. But that block was crucial. I mean, it was like a reverse or something action.
Well, he threw a smoke screen to Hopkins, who came all the way across the field. Got half a yard, ran about 55 yards, got half a yard. But he got me half a point for the catch, so I was all good with it. What are you talking about, man?
Man, you know what I'm talking about. And I just knew that this is what I was going to be talking about. The stiff arm on Monday night, man.
Did you see?
It was epic.
Did you see what Chris Conte tweeted on Thursday?
No, I ain't a tweeter.
He said, man, I hope somebody gets stiff-armed tonight so they quit talking about mine. I hope somebody gets one right in the face.
Yeah, man, I don't really know what you do if that's your teammate.
Bro, I'm really sorry, man, but that was awesome.
I don't know, it was just bad all the way around, man. What made it, that's what I'm talking about, is he got stiff-armed,
But then he
But
stepped on him.
yeah, he was like he would like he was like, hey man, stop, and then the dude wouldn't like stop, so he was like, you know what, just stop,
Just sit down.
and like like his legs went up in the air, like he flew backwards. It was just horrible.
One of the podcasts I listened to this week, they go, you know what? If a defender so much as get a hand anywhere in this area up here, that's 15 yards right there. You know, automatic first
Right.
down.
But
You
the
graze a
offensive guy
quarterback's
can just-
helmet a little bit,
yeah.
and that's 15 yards. Man, offense, you can grab him by the throat, throw him on the ground, step on him, and then just, keep going. And
It's a highlight.
that's okay. All right, hey. I remember when I was in high school, we had a dude that he was like a third string quarterback or whatever, and he was on varsity, so he messed around and he was home punt coverage. So he's running down, and you already know where I'm going with this, but the punt returner goes left, so he turns and goes left. He's like, I think I can get him. I really think I can get him. And he didn't see this night train lane coming from the others, and wham! It just blew him up. And so your question was, what do you do as a teammate? This dude's own father was videoing it, and he cut it up and spliced it into pictures, and he could see his legs kicking up and everything. This guy's own dad was making fun of him, so I think as a teammate, you
Can't
gotta
miss
go.
that moment. Like,
Yeah.
son, I love you, but
Yeah, man, I
man,
love you, dog, but I can do this
but
to you.
that's
So I
what
think a
I'm talking
teammate would go,
about.
hey, man, let me help you up. By the way, you got jacked up, man. That was awesome. So, all right, so let's see what's going on around the league this week. Steelers, talking about possibly trading Le'Veon Bell. What are you thinking there?
Well, when I heard the news, I thought about it and I said, well, they said that the team that trades for him wouldn't be able to put him on a contract until after the year.
Because of his tag?
I think because of the tag. And I don't think a team would do that because
They would want to know that they had him going long term.
and he wants to be on the open market. That's why, he want to get paid. So, yeah, so I don't see a team trading for him knowing that, hey, it's almost like the whole NBA thing, trade for him, but at the end of the year, then now you're a free agent, and now you gave up all this to get him for half a season.
Yeah.
And you just don't do that in the NFL. Because it's going to, you ain't getting a fifth round pick for him kind of thing. Like, you're going to have to give up
He's
something.
not Jarvis Landry.
Yeah, man. So for a team to get him and not know if we're gonna have him after this year, because if I say, hey, I want you, and then $100 million, and then somebody always outbids, it's a team that sucks and just put all their money, $200 million.
Right.
Now you don't have
Tampa
him.
Bay, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, here's what I'm thinking. How the mighty have fallen. I mean, this dude was like a number one pick in fantasy drafts for a couple of years now, and they got a dude with one of the worst haircuts in the NFL that is just taking his job and done just fine with it. Have you seen this dude?
No.
Oh, Jay. Okay, you grew up in the same time frame I did in the South. Okay, you had these guys that had the mullets, of course. Okay, but then you also had the guys that cut it short and then grew this big puffy thing back here.
Shay.
Yeah, and so because in my school you had the dress code. Your hair couldn't touch the collar. So what the guys would do is
That was not in my school.
They would perm they would perm their hair like women would. They would perm their hair so that whenever it got wet, it would just be long and they could have it long. But at school, it would be up here. So that's what this dude looks like. It
What are you
looks like
talking about?
James
Huh?
Conner.
What?
It's completely cut, and then it's like a puffy. It looks like a bag of cotton on the back of this dude's head. He looks terrible, man. He looks terrible, and I know hair. I mean, I'm an expert at this. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. He looks horrible. He looks horrible.
Have you seen Odell? if you actually just looked at him, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So,
at least he's kind of cool. He's got the bleached
you
look.
gotta do this when
He's-
you put your-
yeah, but that's cool. If you can do that, that's cool. If I do it, it looks like my neck hurts. So, but anyways, I just
that's a big deal, man.
I just,
People
golly, how
can't
the
trade
mighty
him.
have fallen, man.
Yeah.
He's just
Especially fantasy wise,
Golly.
he's just stuck now,
yep.
basically.
The other thing I wanted to touch on is kind of a record setter right now, Pat Mahomes.
It's gonna be a record setter. I get bit again by a mosquito. It's gonna be record. Gonna be the shortest episode ever. 'Cause whoever that was, that guy was not playing. But go ahead.
So Pat Mahomes, I got a question on Pat Mahomes. If he's playing like this, what are the chances he was playing in practice like this last year? You know what I'm saying? Like,
you know it when you see it, and it's like, this is just, he throws the ball, and then it's like, wow, okay.
that's what it's supposed to look like. Okay.
Yeah, so Smith, just do your best out there because you know this is going to be it, right? I mean, just let you know. And
yeah, but what I mean is, last year, if you remember, they started out like gangbusters because Smith was trying to keep that job. He saw that guy in practice, but when things started to kind of turn sour there towards the middle of the season, why wouldn't they turn to this guy?
well, I think a lot of it wasn't Alex Smith's fault a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Like
It's Andy Reid's.
No, I'm talking about why they lost the
Yeah.
game sometimes. So I mean, you can't, you know what I'm saying, bench a guy when it ain't really his fault because
Yes, you
well, I mean, some teams do, but Alex Smith makes sure he don't turn the ball over. You know, he does everything the right way. So it's like.
He also makes sure his team's not going to win any playoff games because, I mean, that's...
That's part of being conservative, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, Mahomes is it, man. He's the man right now.
Okay. All right. So let's get into
Some fantasy.
let's get into some fantasy quarterbacks for this week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to stay away from these top 10 guys right here. So you won't hear anything about these 10 right here. And that's Pat Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, Tom Brady, which I thought that was kind of interesting. Rivers, Watson, Ryan, Russell Wilson, Andy Dalton, and Carson Wentz. Those guys are the mainstays for this week, so we're going to stay away from those. So we took five matchups, and
I don't know if that was him or not, but go ahead. He got away.
so we got five people going here, and we actually agreed on two of them. So we'll just briefly tell you that we both like Case Keenum this week versus Kansas City. Why do you like him?
Oh, Case Keenum. Oh, well, Kansas City. That's why I like them because they jump out early and for some reason they score 50 and then the score is 49-50.
Well, and he's had 34 attempts, at least 34 attempts the first three games, and you know they're falling behind early. So there goes the running game, you know. And so we're gonna chunk the ball. So I like Keenum too. We both like Eli versus the Saints.
Same difference.
Same reason, but the Saints are last in the league against quarterbacks. They stink, man. They're terrible.
Like, how is that possible?
How does that work? You got Marcus Lattimore, man. Right. I mean, or Marshawn Lattimore. Yeah. Marcus. Wow, I brought this dude out of retirement. Yeah, South Click, baby. Marshawn Lattimore out there. You know, I mean, golly, you got to be kidding me.
Corey said last week. He said, "Oh, y'all trying to outscore us? Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
we can play that. We've been doing that for 15 years."
Oh, that's what y'all want to do. Okay, I thought we was going to try to do some football, but if y'all want to go to a video game,
y'all want to play Madden, we can do that. I don't know if you're going to like it. All right, so what else do you like?
I like Tannehill this week because one thing I heard about the Patriots, and I haven't watched a lot of their games, but the theme for them is that they're slow on defense.
But that's kind of a Belichick, you know.
But they were talking how Bortles last week couldn't do nothing, but if he was at the Patriots, he had like 4 touchdowns, and Stafford, you know, struggling. Then he played the Patriots, and bam, what do you know?
Lights it up.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, you give a quarterback an extra second, I mean, he can do some damage. So, and we already been, you know, kind of opening up the playbook and stuff. So, I just think it's going to be a, you know, pretty shootout if they can hold up. But I really think they're going to try to run the ball. But I like Tannehill this week, especially when you get a pass for them little flips. As long as they keep doing that, I mean, the quarterback.
So 19 is fast? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, he's pretty fast, man.
Yeah. That little turkey right there looks like a junior varsity Tyreek Hill, man. That son of a gun can go.
Yeah, man.
He can motor.
So
Last week, whenever he was rolling, maybe it was Wilson was rolling for that touchdown, and he cruised up beside him. They pulled a little. It looked like Oz Hakeem and Torrey Holt out there, playing back in the day. And I was like, whoa.
yeah, right. Yeah. And that's one of his mentors, Adam Gase.
Wow.
Is Mike Morris.
Wow.
So, yeah, that we say got a couple of those plays from.
Wow.
He's like, y'all forget this guy was like an offensive genius.
Oh. So you can get more than 4 yards on a play in the NFL? Oh man, y'all should have said something. Well, I like kind of like what you said last week, man. How quickly we forget Andrew Luck versus the Texans. He's at home. It's Houston. It's a familiar opponent. One that hadn't won a game in like 10 games.
I know, right? And they show spurts of doing good stuff, but they just lose. I don't know what that's all about.
They've never figured quarterback out, and I don't know if they have, because I mean, Deshaun Watson was a popular high pick in fantasy football this year. Dude ain't done nothing. Yeah. And I got something coming on that later.
Okay.
Because he's still in the top 10 this week. So I don't know. Who else you like? And I got
Flacco at the Steelers.
no.
And
Don't do it.
because, like you say, those two teams aren't what we normally.
You normally think of it's going to be a slobber knocker.
Yeah, 9-6 game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, this is a different Steelers team. They just, I don't get why they're not good on defense. But I mean, it ain't like Flacco has a whole bunch of weapons. But I just all their games been in the 30s.
Is Tomlin going to get some more time?
Oh, of course. They do. They not like regular teams that fire their coach every 2 years, and then the next year fire the GM, and then the next year fire the football
Offensive
operation.
coordinator.
Yeah, nah, they stable. It's just it'll pass. Even when they had a bad year when they got Big Ben, they just when we at the top of the draft, we just gonna make it work. We'll get Big Ben, and we won't suck for like 10 years, 15 years.
We'll win 12 in a row.
Yeah.
Dang, really? I'm taking Matt Stafford against Dallas, and I know Dallas's defense has played pretty well this year, but historically, Stafford has done well against Dallas. He's never
Why
really
do y'all
had
play so much?
I don't know. I don't know because we're blue. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Blue and silver, I'll put them together. But yeah, we got them this year again, and I don't know. I just feel like he's had a good history against Dallas, and we'll find out. No Sean Lee. We'll see if we can recover. Who else you like?
I like Trubisky, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because my theme for the quarterbacks this week is they're playing against no defense. And for all the Fitz magic and all this stuff, they've been getting up a lot of points.
Yep.
A lot of points. And, we're not picking the top 10, so you got to kind of dig deep a little bit. And I said, you know what? Why not Trubisky playing against that defense? So we'll see.
I like the situation he's in. I haven't seen enough from him lately. I haven't seen what I thought I was going to see.
It's coming. Well, you got to adjust. New coordinator, coach.
I didn't say he was going to throw him out of the league, Jay. Okay. I said I hadn't seen him do what I thought he might do.
He's about to have a football life.
You know who needs a football life? Jake Locker. Jake Locker's an interesting dude, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of.
I mean, I didn't get to know him long enough to know, so I didn't see him.
He's a believer. He's a believer. Kind of. That was part of his reasoning for leaving too. He just
I never knew that.
Yeah, man. It's a real good article written on him in Sports Illustrated. I'm like, y'all would write about Jesus in Sports Illustrated? Really? All right. Another one I liked was Big Ben versus Baltimore. He's had 6 touchdowns in his last 2 games, and I'm not throwing this guy out of the league either. But Antonio Brown has been the #1 receiver in the league, and really, I think maybe the best player pound for pound in the league for the last 3 or 4 years. And Juju Smith-Schuster ain't far from that right now. He's already looking like the real deal. James Washington's developing a little bit, and he's pick a tight end, he's throwing to him. You know what I mean? Because everybody picked up Jesse James, and then he threw it to the other guy, and so he's got a lot of things to work with there. And he's got a guy with a big puffy bag of cotton on the back of his head that he can chunk it down there too. So I'm going Big Ben versus Baltimore. Like you said, Baltimore's defense ain't what it used to be, and neither is Steelers. So that game may be in the 30s.
So you saying like Juju can be a reason why Antonio Brown don't finish out his contract? I mean,
it's possible. It's possible. The Steelers probably manage that kind of situation better than most of the teams in the league. So, yeah. The Cowboys have actually been kind of ruthless the last few years. I mean, you think about some of the big names that they've just said, man, thank you, but we're going to have to move on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, bro.
They're like, Jerry, could you come in here real quick? And then when he go in the room, then everybody's like, hey, man, you're out. You're done. but Jerry, no, he's not here.
You might go in the Ring of Honor, but you ain't going to be playing for this team. You need to get out of here.
And make it quick, because he's coming back in here.
Speaking of that, Dez tweeted out that he's going to sign soon. So my LFC team won't look so stupid to have a guy on the bench getting 0 every week. I mean, as stupid. All right, so running back wise, we're in your home turf, baby.
Okay,
we're in your home turf. So we got Kamara, Zeke, Gurley, Barkley, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson's still up there, Leonard Fournette, my man,
Push your cottontail.
Peter Cottontail, James Conner, Jordan Howard, and Kareem Hunt. So we're out on those guys. And we only agree on one other one on this one, and that's Lamar Miller at the Colts. What do you like there?
Well, for some reason, I just think that game is going to be like an offensive game. Like I said,
man, I hope so. Good Lord.
I just think that's going to be an offensive day, and once Miller get part of what they're doing, because he's been the one kind of out of it. But once they get him involved in the passing game, because he's not just running between the tackles, kind of back. So
how do you know?
Oh, well, he was getting 3 yards for us too. So, yeah. So once they can spread them guys out a little bit, and he hit a crease or something, I think he can have more of offensive day, because I don't think he's as bad as his stats is showing. It's like
I liked him coming into this year. I thought that was like a safe number 3 running back to have on your team, but he hadn't shown that so far.
It's like before Watson got the job, they was doing a certain kind of offense, and then when Watson came on, they was like, okay, we're gonna do what you like to do. We're gonna integrate some offensive stuff from college.
That's a nice word, though. I like that.
Oh man, it'd be alive. So I had to put it out there. So, but then this year it seemed like they went right back to the methodical little, and then whatever Spaz do up is all Watson. It's not like part of the play call. It's like him saying, okay,
he's gonna have to improvise and just make this.
Right. When before it was more trickery and fake here and fake there, and then boom. But it's not like that. It went back to boringville.
All right, so these we're going to have to. We only agree on that one, so we're going to have to kind of move a little quickly through these. Well, actually, that's the same situation for wide receiver and tight end. So we'll have to move kind of quick through here. Go through your top guy, and then we'll work down from there.
Well, McCoy. I like McCoy at the Packers this week. Man, this dude had the biggest smile on the sideline when Allen was actually connecting and they was scoring. He was like, yes, okay, now I can play. Like, I wasn't going
he can run too? All right. Yeah.
Boy, I can't wait to play. Like, I just think he's going to go off. Like, I just saw it look in his eyes like, oh, okay, we're not going to suck the whole year. Okay, I don't have to fake this hammer.
By the way, what the heck was that?
It's called NFL, man.
Minnesota is
where they can't block anybody.
It was a popular, Super Bowl pick. Man, they just got their rear ends handed to them at home. Just about got egged from a defense that couldn't have stopped, Academy Junior High a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. It was just, like I said, you just see on the sideline.
They weren't ready.
Yeah, they weren't ready, but Buffalo was almost like, man, we didn't expect this either, but okay, let's go. Let's go. And the dude, so I like McCoy for that reason. Aaron Jones, I just think, he looked good last week coming back. I don't know if it was fresher legs or anything, but He looks like
Stay
he's
off
going to be the man.
drugs, man. Stay off drugs.
I like Michelle versus the Dolphins. Burkhead out for the year. And last week they
He owes me $45 million. That's all I need. Just give me $45 million back, and we're good.
Man, but with
All this crap I talked about white running backs all this time, and then I let
You
my
go
guard
running
down.
the
I
five.
let my guard down for 2 seconds, and what happens? This dude owed me $45 million.
But I really think while watching their game last week, some of the game is they seem like they want him to just beat the guy.
I think he fits better what they wanted.
Right,
I think
all
Jamal
around.
Williams is a little bigger, and I think, they say, well, they had Eddie Lacy. Yeah, but I don't think Eddie Lacy was the perfect, fit for their offense either. But I think Aaron Jones is.
Yeah, and so who yours?
You missing one. You didn't get your top dude.
Who I got?
Number one.
Oh man, my screen is little. Oh, I like Carson at the Cardinals because man, this dude just runs hard, man. They ain't blocking for him, and he just runs
They
hard.
can't.
Bless his heart. Yeah, he just running
That
hard.
dude had 32 carries for like 100 yards. Like, that dude's working for a living, man. He was working for a living.
I commend that. It's gonna pay off one of these weeks. So why not this week get the Cardinals? Because they ain't like they setting the world on fire.
Mine, I really like Carlos Hyde, and I've liked Carlos Hyde his whole career. He's been a good running back. He came out as a good one, and I think they're playing at Oakland. Crap, they might be running the clock out. They might have a 4-minute drive, But I just think Baker is gonna, have a severe effect on that offense, and I think he's gonna be one of the beneficiaries.
Yeah, I was surprised. He really was just getting the ball out of his hand, like he
He just looked a whole lot different than when Tyrod was in there. I'm taking Bernard at Atlanta. Atlanta seems to play in 35 to 33 games every week. And Bernard, every time he's in there, he finishes as an RB2. At least an RB2.
with the receiving part of it.
Yeah. And like you say, if you stick him in there for 16 games, you may get 9 out of him. But with Mixon gone a couple of weeks, I think he'll. And they've been, whispers that he might play this week. Man, I'm just like, man, just calm down, just get right. You know what I'm saying? So I'll take Bernard. I've taken Collins at Pittsburgh. Like you say, Pittsburgh's defense is. They ain't the steel curtain. They might be the steel, bath curtain or something like that, but they ain't the steel curtain. And Collins seems to be the one guy that for Baltimore that they can count on to actually get some points. And then I like Matt Breida this week at the Chargers. The Chargers rarely stop anybody, and Breida looked really good the last couple of weeks. I thought he was dead.
He got nicked up a little bit.
He hurt his knee, and then he came back in the second half. So, if you're going to be in there, man, crap, I'll start you. Let's go. So, I'm a Breida supporter right now. I like that. All right, what about wide receiver here? Who is not going to get their name called here in the next couple of minutes?
Who we agreed on?
Well, no, who's the top 10?
Oh, we got Antonio Brown. We got Beckham, Micah Thomas, Julio, Hopkins, Keaton Allen, A.J. Green, Mike Evans, Tyreek Hill, and Devontae Adams.
Let's see. Robinson Longhorns.
Robinson
Why am I 1 and 2? Got 3 of the top 10 receivers. Why am I 1 and 2?
You have to talk to the owner and the coach on that one. I mean, who else should start?
We both like the only one we agreed on was Will Fuller at Indianapolis, because Indianapolis,
Bless their heart.
God bless them, they're so sweet, but they need to actually have some success drafting some defensive players around this summer guy. And Will Fuller, I mean, he's not even the guy getting $100 million, and he just scores a touchdown every.
Right,
I mean, all he does is score touchdowns.
And last week I noticed, and I got in my notes, he actually ran different routes.
He did something. Yeah,
he actually was a receiver.
It wasn't a 9. It was down in the red zone.
Yeah, he did some like he got some weight on him kind of routes. Like, this dude went across the middle just now. Like, what is this all about? And he kept doing it.
Run your 9 route and shut up.
But yeah, he actually ran some different routes. So I mean, hey, That was some good stuff. So we agree on that.
All right, but the rest of this is you're going to get hodgepodge. So I'll start with my top guy. I took Lockett at Arizona, man, because Tyler Lockett.
He's one that seems to get behind every once in a while. Yeah,
he's weird.
Every game he get one.
Like last year, 2 years ago, he was like he kind of disappeared, and then the first half of last year he disappeared, and then he kind of came in and started playing good the last part of last year. And now he's playing good again. It's like, okay, we can trust him again. And then he just he'll go away. But for right now, he's playing really well, and Arizona's got a few good defenders, but I like their chances.
I got John Brown because he's my guy this year.
Man, that dude's looking good.
Right, that's my guy this year. So if he in the top 10, I'm gonna put him out there because to the fantasy world, believe me. And see, just because he's 5'8",
you're gonna break your foot off in his John Brown high parts.
That's right. I like that matchup. And my next guy is Tyler Boyd, and I'm a week behind on this. Because people was picking him up like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and I'm just like, why is everybody picking this dude up? Like, I don't get it. Like, and then I
saw
saw
9 targets.
Right, yeah. Then I started seeing, and I'm like, man, this dude. Like
they drafted a guy in the first round to replace him, and he said, "No, you are not."
Maybe that was the wake up call because he catching the ball and flexing. I'm like, man, it's a big dude. Like, where's this been?
Where's the first round pick? Oh, he's standing over there. Number 15. Look at him.
We can't get him to run a 9 route.
He's right over there next to Marvin. You can see him. I took Emmanuel Sanders versus Kansas City because they're going to be behind. First of all, second of all, they're not very good on defense, and third of all, I like him better than anybody they got in Denver. I mean, not to say he's got more talent than Cortland Sutton, or he's as big and strong as Demaryius Thomas, but the son of a gun gets open and catches the football.
Right.
I mean, he just does. Yeah. He gets open, and the quarterback trusts him. He always throwing 8, 9, 10 targets over there. So I'm taking Emmanuel Sanders, kind of like for you. And just to further notice, that's my dude.
I got one of the guys I wish I could have got more in the rookie drafts, but Christian Kirk. I don't think of him this way, but I went at Thacker for him.
Yeah.
And Thacker like, nah, man, he's Odell Jr. to me, man. Like, once this guy get on board, it's finna be like, yeah. And I was like, I don't think of him like that, but I really like him. I mean, he's you got return game.
He was one of those dudes in college that I don't give a crap what the time was at the combine. He just looked faster than people.
Right.
I mean, not like I ain't talking about Southwest Louisiana A&M. I'm talking about actual football teams.
Yeah, he got a wiggle to him, like So I like him this week, and because Rosen is starting, and them two, they was backups, and so they got a rapport. So
every single time you get a backup
so it's going to be Fitz, then boom, Kurt. That is going to be his reads, I think, this week.
Yeah. I like T.Y. Hilton versus Houston because I like Luck against Houston. So if he's going to throw it to somebody, that's his dude. T.Y. Hilton was darn near useless last year without him. So, and I think this is going to be sort of the week that they get that rolling. Luck's going to start kind of getting a little bounce back in his step. Because you could tell at the end of last week he expected to win that game. He expected to take them down.
Yeah,
I mean, he was distraught. He was mad.
He was.
So I really feel like this week he's really going to be on point, and Hilton's going to be the guy that takes advantage of that. I like your boy, Landry.
Yes.
At Oakland, Baker Mayfield. I mean, that dude was covered as he could be, and Baker Mayfield just took a.
I don't know what is he doing to these quarterbacks. Like, is he threatening them? Or what, man? But they
probably says the F word a couple of times.
You want me to give you an F word? Okay, you better throw that ball, man. All right, I got about 2 in me.
I mean, when they showed that Hard Knocks clip where he said more F words than like regular words. Like, hey, F-itty, F. Like, I don't even know what that means, man. You just
it can't be a noun and a verb.
Yeah, can I get a sentence? I need a subject and a predicate. I mean, can you help me out? I don't need just an F word.
Oh man, but it's amazing. Like, no matter who's the quarterback, they know to get this guy the ball, man. So
or else.
Yeah. So I like Allison.
Geronimo. You
He-
think he's not going to fall? Because Geronimo. All right.
Well, he's Rogers love this dude.
You know who he reminds me of? You remember that year that Laurent Robinson was in Cowboys camp? And nobody picked him up in fantasy, but Tony Romo got him like 11 touchdowns and about $36 million. Because in the second half of games, he was like, all right, crap, if y'all ain't nobody going to catch the ball, I'm throwing it to this dude right here.
What we talk about too.
Yeah, but that's who he kind of reminds me of. And it's not just because he's 81, but it's just, you know.
And I think Cobb is a little banged up. And
Really?
He had a good game this year, man. One guy missed him and he scored like a long touchdown. So everybody thought he was actually good for like a week. Like I couldn't believe people was
Most
offering.
ads, Cobb.
Hey man, I can give you Cobb. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Man, he had over 100 yards receiving.
This ain't
man.
2011, dog. I don't think so.
Yeah, so I think that that's a good matchup for Rodgers is really finding him, and it's deep.
I wish you'd find somebody. Crap. Just throw some touchdowns around here. I got to get some wins around here, man.
Well,
I built this monster of a team, and it stinks. Man, it's been getting killed every week.
sometimes it's who you play.
I know, but those are the people I need to beat. They're in my conference.
No, but I'm talking about like I wouldn't have beat anybody last week, but I beat the guy I played. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. It's just how fantasy goes. That's why y'all listening to us, so we can hook y'all up on what to do.
All right, your favorite position, man. You
Tight
excited?
ends, man.
Calm
Let's
down.
go.
Calm down. I'm going to get the top 10 first.
We got a guy that's not even going to play in the top 10.
All right, here we go. We got Travis Kelce. We got Gronk. We got Ertz. We got Jimmy Graham. We got Kyle Rudolph. We got Trey Burton. We got George Kittle. We got Jared Cook. We got Doyle.
Yeah,
Did you really pick up Jack Doyle?
Yeah, man. I did.
I was like, really, man? You
Yeah, I know, right? I got a message.
Really, man?
That's my guy, but I guess his hip fell off or something because he's not playing this week either. Man.
Hey, Ebron's like, I'll take it. Thank you.
I know, but then he got a knee and an ankle. Like, okay, I want the ball, but not like that, okay? Like,
Yeah.
y'all know these guys really hit hard.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to
Hang
score a
me out to
touchdown.
dry, man. Be the last thing you ever do. I'll throw some F words at you.
Yeah, I'm just a touchdown kind of guy, man. Y'all actually.
So we actually agreed on one. David Njoku. Why'd you like him this week?
It's the Mayfield factor.
Yeah.
And I just seen that, tight end best friend for the quarterback. And he just been getting the ball away real quick. That's one thing I give him credit on. He's been getting rid of the ball. And that's always, which tight end is he going to throw it to? Njoku or Landry? Which one? So, don't tell Landry I said that because he'll beat me up.
I have an indirect connection to him now. Come on. All right. I took Njoku too because I just keep thinking back to that preseason touchdown against the Giants. That's something going to run wide open. And I think if you get
Like Hyde moving one way.
You get Hyde here, you got Baker able to do this, and you got Landry cursing people out and catching the ball.
Upset for no reason.
Yeah, yelling at people for no reason. And then you got. I just think you're gonna have some. Callaway's playing well. I think this ball's gonna get spread around, so I think he's gonna have some one-on-one matchups that are gonna benefit him. The funny thing is, the lady that just popped up that she's watching, she lives right there. She's probably in that room right there.
Keep it down, guys.
Hey, can y'all shut up? And the bald guy and the black guy, please be quiet, please. Trying to have a neighborhood. All right. Who else you like this week?
I like Dallas. Is it Goddard?
Goddard. Yeah.
Okay, I like him.
No.
You give me another no?
No. I don't want that dude to do good.
This ain't what Russell want to do good show.
Yes, it is.
It's a fantasy game time
that's what
show.
that Russell side's for right there.
Yeah, man. Oh, man, Winston's love tight ends, dog.
I know. Can he love 86? Is that okay?
He's numbers blind, I guess, when it comes to tight ends, because Burton would do it before, and it's like, hey, man, if you're big and you're open, I'm throwing it to you. So, yeah, I'm impressed with that. And that dude had 8 or some targets, and 8 targets, 8 catches.
I know, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Bunch of bullcrap.
Yeah, this dude don't waste no targets at all. So.
Well, I do like our boy Ebron versus Houston. all he does is catch touchdowns. I mean, this guy's been in the end zone about every time. About every game he gets one. So Doyle, not looking like he's going to play. So I'm gonna take him. Ebron.
Yeah, that's good. That was a gimme almost. So that's why I went a little deeper route. I went with McDonald for the Steelers.
You believing in that stiff arm right there?
I believe in the stiff arm, but I want to caution you guys that, like what Russell said earlier, it's the trend. It's like him and Jesse. They just take turns. Yeah. I mean, I think Jesse's going to just step on somebody.
Daddy needs a new pair of shoes.
Yeah, it's like, and I don't like playing that game.
Yeah.
But he's the more explosive of the two. They brought him there for that, to be a tight end. He's just bad about getting hurt. So until he gets hurt, I think they're gonna use him. And as long as Antonio Brown don't come over there and snatch him up if he catch too much, I think he's gonna be all right.
So guy's leading the NFL in targets and mad as he can be. He's not getting enough looks. I go with Austin Hooper versus Cincinnati. Everybody kind of put this dude in a recycle bin on week 1, and then it's kind of like, guys, it's Matt Ryan. This is the Atlanta Falcons. Okay, and as soon as they started opening that offense up and getting my boy number 18 involved, man, people started running wide open all of a sudden.
And does it take, we on the Christian theme, so it takes Kurt Warner, the blast offensive coordinator, then all of a sudden now they want to do stuff. It's like Kurt Warner went at Sarkisian. Yeah, he went at him, man, about 2 weeks ago.
Can he go at Scott Linehan a couple times? Let him go against Scott Linehan about 3 or 4 times.
Next thing you know, it's like boom. Like,
MVP, Dak Prescott. I'm like, what the? Okay. Also, I like Tyler Eifert this week against Atlanta. I think that game's going to be high scoring. Atlanta tends to play those anyways. And Cincinnati, man, they really have a lot of weapons. Boyd's really coming around. AJ Green can play a little bit of football. Yeah. He knows how to play the foosball. And then, Tyler Eifert, I like Bernard. That's why I'm getting Mixon back in there. Come on. So, yeah, I like Hooper this week.
I got Ellison, and I know this ain't a household
Rant!
You got to be a Southern Belle to call him.
That's right. You got to have one of the big hoop skirts on to call this guy. Touchdown, Rant!
What are you doing out there with those guys, Rant? Yeah, man. But Eli love tight ends, and Ingram's not playing. So, Eli threw him a touchdown where it was like, all he had to do is put his hand out, and it was like right there. That's all Red had to do.
Red?
Yeah, so I like him this week. If you got to really dig deep in the tight end.
Red?
Yeah.
Who's your last one?
I'm going with old man Gates. This guy actually ran some routes.
42 years old. Hey, he graduated high school with us.
But I watched him last week, and he made me think of Witten. It was like, I'm only going to run like 2 routes.
Silence. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
I miss that dude. Because I got something to say. Can I interject with my Witten comment?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Is it still our show?
As long as the neighbor behind us don't.
Yeah, no.
Trip.
Okay, Jason Witten, can I talk to you for a second? Bro, name my son after you, okay? Love you. That hairpiece that you're using on Monday Night Football
I haven't seen it.
Is ridiculous.
A lot of people talking about it.
Is ridiculous. That guy, the last couple of years, looks like he's combing over what I got, in the locker room, just strands. He looks like, one of those old guys from one of those old 80s TV shows, one of these, he's got the little strands, and now he's got a full head, I'm like, bro, keep it real. Just keep it real. I know hair, okay, and I know what looks good. And believe me, that don't look good, man. You gotta keep it real.
I heard a couple of people talking about it. I haven't seen it.
Terrible.
But, like Witten, he only do about 2 routes, but it works. And
number 17 knows where he is.
Exactly. So that was kind of heating up. Again, if you got to dig deep at tight end, hey, why not?
You can do worse than that guy, trust me.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, when he catches one, the crowd responds. It's funny. They get some energy. They're like, "Oh, hey, he's still in the league, man. All right, yeah."
Back to the old days.
By the way, I'm mad at the Chargers too. I've always kind of had a little soft spot for the Chargers, from back in the Air Coryell days.
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of messed me around this year
What's that?
on the tight end. That dude tore his ACL in freaking May,
Right.
and they never put him on IR. They're, well, he might come back this year. He's not coming back this year.
Well, they say he's running.
You can run with a torn ACL. Ask Corey. It just hurts. Yeah, no, man. Come on, man. That's just a bunch of booty, man. They're trying to hurt me. They're trying to mess with me. They don't like me.
They don't even know you.
They don't need, yes, they do, man. Yeah, Anthony Lynn is my cousin, man. Come on, dog. All right, so what if you're desperate and you like, man, you got 2 guys that are on a bye, you got 3 guys that are hurt, and you need to skin one, and you're just trying to put somebody out there that you can pick up.
Well, if you got to skin it this week, I'm going to go a little different route. I'm going to pick a quarterback this week.
Okay, that doesn't ever happen.
I'm going to say Dak Prescott. If you got to, dog, just skin it.
Rain, Dakota. You going with Rain?
We went red, we going rain.
We going Rain. Red. Catch one from Rain. Rain, Dakota. Really?
Man, it's skin it. Why not? It's the Lions. They ain't like they run around here.
Believe me,
Shut
Scott
people out.
Linehan's starting him in his fantasy league too, man. He's skinning it.
They like the Lions egging people defense. So, I'm
Patriots,
just,
they were.
I'm just like, run the ball. Like I don't understand like what makes quarterbacks come out being aggressive and running and then just automatically.
Good coaching.
But that should be instinctive.
You would think.
Because it's not like he had designed runs automatic last year before. He was just doing it when it was presented itself. And those are so easy when it comes to fantasy points, quarterback rushing yards.
Yeah.
I mean, when I see Cam do what he do, Dak
Why
should
do
be
you
able to
think
do
he
the
finishes in
same
the top
thing.
6 every year?
I mean, he got this same body type. He should be able to do that same stuff. It's like, is he playing?
Thick, Jay?
Yeah, he's pretty thick, man. But see, now this the X factor now, because is he? Well, I don't want to label him this, but you know, a contract is coming if he wins and plays good.
For what? From what team?
Well, is he playing not to get hurt? So I'm not going to run.
If he is, he may not even get paid, so he ain't gonna have to worry about it. Because
he's a quarterback, man.
all right, I'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
If you're gonna have to just try to get lucky at wide receiver this week, how about Antonio Callaway at the Raiders?
I like this guy, man.
Man, Baker Mayfield
Right.
just light it up with this dude, man. So I got a good feeling about Antonio Callaway this week. The dude just seems to make plays. They one game, they're like, we're going to punish you. We're going to make you play the whole preseason game. He's like, okay. 190 yards receiving. I'm like, well, crap. Okay. All right. I see what you got going.
I won't ever do it again.
Yeah, oh, I only missed that meeting. Yeah, idiots. All right, you're a daisy if you do. If you try this, best of luck. We don't recommend it. Who you got?
Man, a guy I was high on at the beginning of the year, and he's like in my doghouse right now, and that's Peyton Barber.
You don't want to be in Jay's doghouse, man.
But she has a running back.
He will
But-
throw some F words at you. Frog, flower,
Friend.
fellowship.
But it's too many points being scored for this dude to be running around here with 5 points. That's why you're daisy if you do. It's not.
No,
It's
it
not right.
gets worse than that. You
Right.
could be a healthy scratch on that team.
Oh,
Like,
man.
you're so bad, that dude's better than you.
Yeah.
Ronald Jones, jerk.
I know, second round pick.
First,
Well,
for me. I'm
who's your daisy,
man,
man?
I'm taking your boy. Derrick Henry
Yeah.
versus Philadelphia.
It's about time to label this dude.
Like,
Yeah.
guys, he went to Alabama.
And I know he's like
gonna
20 carries, so it ain't the carry thing anymore. It's just And I know
DeMarco Murray does not play for them. Like, what is the problem? I don't understand. I've never understood. I think if he went to, like, Pittsburgh or something, even trade. I'll give you Bell for Henry. Even trade. Henry probably light it up. But I don't know what I don't know what they have done with him. It doesn't make any sense to me at all. Who you all the way done with? Like, who you just, bye. Smell like somebody died.
This is not fair, but I'm done with Jamal Williams. He had his chance, and we both talked about how much we like Jones, and it was like, as soon as Jones came back, it wasn't like they just like
Just ease him back.
No, it was like, all right, get in. Like, coach, like, yeah, we'll get to you. Just hold up, man. The fifth quarter.
Here's a headset, man. All right, let me see.
Help with the signals. But
hold up this sign of an Atari.
But it's Jones and Montgomery, man, and Jamal. I mean, it isn't fair because you think about it. Rogers, with his knee, doing a lot of shotgun, and Jamal is more of a just line it up, kind of run, kind of back, and it just ain't lining up with you, bruh. So, bye.
Well, bye.
Who you giving a peace sign to, man?
Well, some people are like on long-term contracts and everything else, and first-round draft picks, and but I'm saying, well, bye to Kelvin Benjamin. I mean, last week they finally did get something going offensively. Not him, but like everybody else did. You know what I mean?
Groom, Groom or whatever.
It's like, is that Sylvester Croom's kid? Like, what? Who is this dude? But yeah, Kelvin Benjamin, man, I think he scored 13 touchdowns his rookie year. Yeah. And I think he scored 14 touchdowns total. Because I mean, this guy, he's terrible, man.
He dropped some, like that bad.
He's starting to look a little bit too much like David Boston for my taste.
So, but he wanted to talk about Cam at the beginning of the year. Like, come on, dude, really?
Talking about kidding. I know he's the MVP of the league, but I made him. Like, all right, man, we're gonna need you to go ahead and take your medication.
That may be what he got traded because it's like, dude, if you keep talking like this,
you're out of here.
You're out of here, man.
All right, man. So who we gonna bake a cake for? Who you gonna say, man? You know what? I'm gonna bake this dude a cake, man. He's doing all right.
Josh Allen, come into my office, man.
Woo!
I'm gonna bake you a cake.
I didn't think you were ever gonna get in the kitchen for that dude. Never.
I'm gonna bake you a cake, and I'm gonna just get me some frosting and put "I'm sorry" on it.
Whoa!
I apologize.
Whoa!
This guy, I mean, to watch him play, it was almost like I actually wanted to give the
you wanted to stand up and clap,
and the Mayotts of the world and people that came out and said, man, this guy can play. Like, I know he's at Wyoming, but hey, this guy got a couple of traits that really translate. I know his percentage is this and that, but when I watched him, he was just like, you know what? I'm just playing football, man. I mean, the first down over there, I just run over there and get it. Touchdown
Anthony
right there.
Barr does not ever want to see that dude again.
He got jumped over,
walked around, stepped on, stiff-armed, hurdled. I mean...
Yeah, it's like he plays and forget that he's a quarterback to me. Like, he just playing football. He don't know any better yet.
He's playing like a 19-year-old or something.
Yeah, like, and that I think that would breathe life into the team. Like I said, man, McCoy was like,
believe me, they were on life support too. Believe me, believe that they were on life support.
It's like I can just imagine being in a huddle and they're like, "Hey, man, you're not supposed to be doing this stuff." He's like, "Hey, I mean, it was 10 yards, so you went to 10 yards and turned around, so I threw you the ball. Like, ain't that what we're supposed to do? I guess, but
I tell you what, I'm shocked that we're ever saying this about this guy because I mean, I thought. If you can't complete 50% of your passes at Wyoming, I don't give a crap if you can throw the ball through the goalpost from a knee at midfield. I don't want you, and so I'm shocked to see him get a cake. You know who I'm baking a cake for?
Who you gonna bake a cake for?
Man, Drew Brees.
Wow.
Set the
This
all-time
dude,
completion records. Somebody told him this week, hey, man, you're going to break a record this week. Oh, what is it? And they go, oh, the all-time completions. He goes, oh, okay.
Oh, you gonna give me a cake? Oh, okay. Put over there with all those other cakes.
Yeah, man. If you'll talk to my baker, my bakery department, they have all the cakes down there.
I got a warehouse of cakes.
But this dude, not only is he throwing 5 touchdowns, now he wants to run two in as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, really, man, now you're going to run them in too? I mean, after all these years, now you're starting to run them in, doing spin moves, making people look stupid.
And 95.
Yeah, 48 years old.
But look,
George Blanda.
you making this guy a cake, but how is it that this dude don't end up with the flu every year or like some kind of disease, man? This dude licks his finger like he has something wrong with him every play, every second, man. Like they show him warming up on the sideline, and it's like, yeah, throw a pass. I'm like,
Scratch himself. All right. What are you doing?
Is that why they not sacking him? Like, oh, those dudes, like, you know
Man,
what?
I got kids, man. I can't be going over there. I can't be going to the hospital, RSV.
Oh man, I know quarterbacks do it, but like he take it to the extreme,
Actually,
man.
that was a sign on the Cowboys. Remember when the Troy Aikman Cowboys started, like after they won their Super Bowls and they kind of started, the talent started leaving, they kind of started struggling. The defenses were saying that's how they knew it was a pass because Troy walked up to the play, he'd lick his hand and get under the center. When he did that, it was a pass. It was kind of like
Drew Brees. They don't know because he does it.
Oh crap, that's a run.
He does it all the time, like in his sleep. Like, man, just throwing the ball on the sideline. But yeah, that's all time.
All time. I mean, talking about this dude didn't even get drafted in the first round.
And I think next week Michael Thomas is going to break the receiver one, isn't he?
For the most receptions in the first 4 games?
No, in all time.
That's so good. I mean, I would love to see what happens if they put 2 people on him because, I mean, somebody else got to catch it.
Like,
somebody got to catch it. The thing that's funny about that to me is, they would go through like entire 3/4 of a game and not throw the ball to Des Bryant. Well, they're doubling him. I'm like, Calvin Johnson gets 15 targets a game. Michael Thomas gets 15 targets a game. Throw that ball over there, man. Crap.
It's like,
don't make excuses. Just play the game.
If they ever give you, if you're never double teamed, you're gonna get the ball that play. It's like they have a check with me or something. Cause
remember 2014, the Super Bowl, the Seahawks against the Patriots, and there was one play the whole game that they split out Gronk and they sent a linebacker.
Yeah, everybody was
before the play was like,
screaming.
touchdown. Guess what happened? Brady was like, this is cheating. This is cheating.
Lick my fingers for this.
Let me lick my fingers because this is fixing to be a touchdown right here. And sure enough, it was.
Oh man.
So we talk about all the good stuff, but what made you go, really, man, this week? What was your really?
Really, dude. Really. Titans scored 9 points and win a game.
In the NFL. Didn't even play the Cowboys.
In this NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, where
you touch a receiver. That's passing interference.
Yeah, man. You got a quarterback like last night, 400 yards apiece and 5 touchdowns, and in this NFL, 9 points won a game. Really? Like, how is that possible? Like, what went on in that game from a fantasy standpoint?
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Yeah, none.
Really? And the Jaguar was coming off of just, the Brodo, they were like, man, they were smart. They paid him. This guy, he can be it.
Sign him, give him $100 million.
Yeah, 6 points.
6 points immediately.
In this NFL, really?
Yeah. You know what made me say really this week?
What's that?
The Browns coaches. Really, man? Really?
You gotta decide.
You know how many snaps with the ones Baker Mayfield got during training camp and during the season?
Goose egg?
Zero. And he comes in the game and looks that much better than Tyrod Taylor. Shame on you. Shame on you, man. Y'all won one game in 3 years, and y'all gonna let that happen?
But don't they, and I didn't see the show, but don't they have a little beef with the coach and the offensive coordinator going on? And,
Is Todd Haley involved?
Yes.
Then there's a beef with the offensive coordinator. Todd Haley will yell at Bill Parcells. Man, that's a Hall of Famer, man. Shut up.
So it's just like, you know what? I'm deciding. You know, no, coach.
You're
you
going
know-
to decide. Did you watch the game? Were you there?
Yeah, man, that is a really.
Yeah. So, all right. For me, it's time to vent. For you, it's time to brag. What are y'all, 3-0? Undefeated? Challenging your 72 Dolphins?
I know, right?
Y'all channeling, y'all
Too
go,
bad we
y'all
got
printing
13
playoff
more games
tickets?
to play. Yeah.
Y'all printing playoff tickets and,
Oh, of course, man.
you know, getting ready to pick 32nd?
Well, so this must be my Dolphin minute.
Yeah.
It's my time to.
It's your time to shine, man.
But-
What could I possibly even say? Man, our defensive line sure is fast.
Well, Dolphin fans,
Both of you.
I just want you guys to know that
Boudreaux,
the last time, you know he's back, right?
he's not bad.
He's back, man. He's back, man. I think he's working weekends or something. But the last time I'd seen something like this, what happened Sunday and what's going on this year was the Marx Brothers. And I know,
1984.
and I know that's heavy praise, but I'm talking about little speed guys just running all over the field. That's what I'm talking about.
What's
And
it like? Can you tell me? To watch your team score points and stuff, what's it like? Is it pretty cool?
It's okay, man. You know, it's like
Like
you know,
we used to have a deal with Papa John's. If the Cowboys scored 20, we got a half price pizza. Man, we can eat pizza the whole year this year. I'm telling you that right
I'm
now.
allergic to pizza right now.
Yeah, you might as well be gluten free, you know, because you ain't eating pizza.
Yeah, but this like you brought about the high five thing, and it was like the last time I seen something like that.
Yeah, Nat Moore and
Man,
Mark Duper.
it was we were playing the Bears or something. And it was like, man, these guys just running free, and that's what it's like. We're not even winning. We don't care about time possession. We don't care about is this 2 plays. It's almost like we don't even care about third down efficiency. It's like 2 plays and they're scoring, and it's like Wilson.
What kind of coach do y'all have again?
He's an offense.
Young offensive coach. Oh, okay. All right. Write that down.
Okay. Offensive and utilizing speed, get them in space, misdirection, that kind of stuff, man. Yo.
You notice I'm wearing the Emmitt Smith jersey, and the reason for that is I wanted to remember the good times.
Go ahead, ready to your minute. Go ahead, man.
All right, man. This is your Cowboy minute for right now. And let me just kind of break this down for y'all. You remember 2012 when RG3 came in the league and everybody was like, "Woo, y'all sign him to a $100 million contract because RG3 is going to do some Subway commercials." And this guy is lighting it on fire. This guy was won the Heisman Trophy. We won the Rookie of the Year. They went to the playoffs. They're going to win the division the next 10 years because they got the best young quarterback in the league. He's over there consoling Tony Romo.
Oh, man,
you know,
it's
hey,
classic.
hey, you're a good quarterback too,
Yeah,
man.
man.
You're
It's going to
good.
be okay,
You're
man.
good too, man.
Good game.
Yeah, we'll never play you again because you're never going to be in the NFL again. Okay, he in 1 year fell off the face of the earth. Did every commercial on TV. I mean, he was selling everything from diapers to Subway sandwiches out there. You know, having some Gatorade, but never seen again. I'm wondering if Mr. Oikos is going to be the next RG3, okay? Because Dak Prescott can sell some yogurt out there, and he can get out there and sell some chips, and he can drink some Gatorade,
Pepsi.
and he can sell some Pepsi, and he can be on the side of a billboard. But let me tell you what he can't do:
What
overcome a 3rd and 7. He can't throw the football. So you're skin it this week. I'm advising against it.
It's the word skin it.
There you go. Yeah, I'm wondering if he's played bad enough, or he's going to play bad enough this year that the Cowboys don't open their wallets at the end of the year and just let him play that fourth year and draft another one at the beginning in this next draft. Yeah. So, they've got nothing. They've done it in such a way.
But But how often does a team, when the quarterback not doing as well, put it on the quarterback and say, "Well, we got to get some weapons around him." So what y'all gonna do next year? Draft some speedsters and grab some so and so, and then like, okay, now this is the year. Quarterbacks get so, especially when, like you say, they done showed it, or if they are early round pick, they get all the chances because it's made for them to do good. So I'm
even like hearkening back to the 2016 season when he came in there and won those 11 games, but then he kind of started to slow down there towards the end. I'm starting to wonder what would have happened if we would have shoved number 9 back in there.
Wow.
If he would have somehow been able to stay healthy with that offense, that offensive line, and Zeke and Dez and Witten.
Would you do it now?
You're talking about bring Romo out of the booth?
Yeah.
No. He's gone. He's on
gone.
TV. He's on TV. I'm gonna watch his football live here in a minute. That's the last time I'm planning on seeing Tony Romo. But
this dude had to apologize for what the play still is like. This dude, man, I just.
Yeah, no, you had your chance with Romo. That didn't work out. Sorry, man. You should have built up your offensive line before 2015 when he was 35 years old. You should have thought about that. So I'm wondering right now, is Dak Prescott RG3? That's what's going through my mind. Except RG3 threw the ball a whole lot better than Dak Prescott does. All right. Facebook. Fantasy Game Time on Facebook.
We made our quota of questions.
Yay! We got her to 1. We got 1 question. We like to have about 5. We like to have to try to choose from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, baby, y'all get us a shut
we got
up.
Jordan Howard or Sony Michel. He was in both of our mouths today. So what's going on here? What do you like here? So
I don't remember.
we got Sony Michel.
They're playing Miami, and the Bears are the Bucks.
Oh, yeah, the Bucks.
Versus the Bucks. They're
I was
home.
trying to think, who else did we pick for the Bears? Yeah. Okay, so you got.
I like Howard.
Okay.
I like Howard, even though Michelle, it could be his coming out party because, like I said, they're gonna run him. They're gonna throw it to him. Like he's gonna be featured and stuff. But fantasy wise, you got to go Howard. Against the Bucks.
You know my problem is with Sony Michel.
What?
Why did you pick number 26? Man, that was a dumb running back number. I know.
Well, they had 50 running backs, so they like that old.
Portis and Le'Veon Bell, but outside of that, what running backs have ever worn 26 and been any good, man? Come on, dog. That's a stupid number. So I'm gonna go with Jordan Howard because he ain't wearing a stupid running back number. He's wearing O.J. Anderson, number 24, man. Marion Barber, let's go, 24. Okay, Lenny Moore.
Be careful with Michelle. I think he's coming on, and he's gonna be one of them guys. Maybe.
Is Tom Brady done?
Well, he can't overcome no blocking anymore. Without blocking, you know what I'm saying? Like before he get it out.
If they can't block, then is he done?
Well, they'll get Edelman back, and before you know it,
Edelman doesn't block, Jay.
No, what I'm saying is, them screens that nobody can stop, all of a sudden comes back alive, and. You got.
Oh, there's a play that people can't stop? Scott, there's a play that people can't stop. Can you please run it?
Oh, but only the Patriots.
Oh, the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind, Scott.
Whew.
Keep up the good work.
He was almost at the right
Run
that
it
down.
again. Time of possession. That's what matters.
Oh, boy.
Don't convert a third down, whatever you do.
But yeah, I think once he get his little man group back together and stuff, and Gordon.
So you're gonna throw a couple to Hogan around here?
No, I think Hogan is who he is now. Like he done reached his potential.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
He owes me $28 million too. Sick of this bullcorn, man. He's the daggone Patriots. All right. So our pick 6 this week, we're actually playing a game of TD or no.
All right.
Are they actually going to score a touchdown? Because some of these guys
fantasy. Sometimes that's all you need.
Aim scored 1 all year. All year. So I'm gonna get us started here with the. See, I'm the black ones. See, you like that? They got me as the black one, and then you gonna get to be the red ones. All right.
Okay.
So DeAndre Hopkins, Nuke. What do you think?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes as well because I like the matchup.
And you're hoping.
Man, come on, bro. I need a win.
Beckham, touchdown or no?
Odell Beckham. Odell.
No Ingram this week
Odell.
to take any kind of. And he's
Odell
been pretty.
Beckham. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say I'm just gonna get all kinds of points this week.
You gonna say yes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna tell you why. This is something I just caught. I don't know what it is about the Giants touchdown celebrations that get me. Like I saw how Beckham got too close to Barkley. Well, last week when Ellison scored, Barkley went and ran up to him and like bumped him right in the middle of his spike, and he looked at him like, "Dude, I'm trying to spike the ball." You know, like this is like my only touchdown of my life, and you go just
Red.
Don't you hear my mama calling me in the stands, and you just come over here and just I wanted to spike the ball, man. And he looked at him like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man. Like, forget it."
I'm
man.
21. Yeah, well, get the heck out of here, man. Come on, dude. All right. What about Mr. Julio Jones?
No.
I'm gonna say no as well. Only reason is because he never scores any
Right,
touchdowns.
that's too easy.
Piece
That was a
of crap.
gimme. You have 200 yards.
He'll have 28 yards of catch, 0 touchdowns.
Oh man, how about the new guy Beathard? I guess that was a fantasy topic we didn't talk about at the top.
Ooh, yeah, Garoppolo.
Yeah.
He just killed Goodwin. He just killed Kittle. He just killed all these guys.
But I started Kittles because he was there with him last year, and they said they had a little stint together at Iowa that I didn't know.
Okay, well, what was Iowa's offense doing?
Yeah,
They're running 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
5 tight end sets, man.
Goodness gracious, man.
But
Like, they don't have anybody on the field right now that's less than 230 pounds. Like, it's amazing.
Them in Wisconsin played each other. Just forget it.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, so C.J. Beathard, I'm going to say,
his name's CJ, man. Come on.
man, I mean, he's Bobby Beathard's grandson, so he's got to mess around and, I mean, he's got to have a touchdown in him.
Oh,
don't
you
he?
got to, man.
I'm going to say yes.
I'm gonna see. Oh, so it's just touchdown.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
He isn't. All right.
He gonna have
He
one.
gonna
He
throw one.
played a little last year, man.
All right. What about your boy, Leonard Fournette? Offense scored 6 points last week.
In today's NFL.
In today's
man.
NFL.
It's like a pick play, like every
That's right.
play. And,
That's right.
I'm gonna say yes, because that's what he do.
I'll agree. I like Fournette. I thought Fournette was going to already be going off by this point. So he was one of my popular picks that I knew I wasn't going to get. So Fournette, yes. Okay.
Yo, man, Ertz, is he getting a touchdown?
0 touchdowns so far this year. I already threw one to a tight end that wasn't even him. Got me all excited. I was like, yeah, crap.
It's Dallas. I hate Dallas.
Piece of crap. Who drafted that guy? Zach Ertz. I'm going to say no.
I'm gonna say yes, because he gonna throw it to a tight end. He got 2, so all you gotta do is throw 2 touchdowns and not to the same guy, and he should be all right. So
Well,
that's what he do.
That's freaking comforting, Jay. All right, so the one half of those were on my UFC team right there, but hopefully they'll all score this week, 2 touchdowns,
You don't have to worry about it.
put 230 on the board, get on down the road.
As long as your opponent don't get 231, you're all right.
I think I'm playing Ken, so we're probably safe.
I actually showed a little promise last night.
Man,
I might be the only person on Earth that
where is Earth?
that has Mahomes and didn't start him, and probably could care less. Yeah, I started golf.
Whoa!
That's why I have a show, man.
You said
That's
Allen.
why I have a show.
You said Allen can move the ball on them. Wait till you see what Jared Goff's gonna do.
I don't care how close his eyes are. That's just better to see you with. But
Well, here's my thing, is I have Goff and Stafford. in a redraft league, and I just rotate them. I just put in whoever I think. And at the beginning of the week, I put in Stafford, and I forgot that I changed my mind.
You forgot that you changed your mind?
I forgot that I changed my mind and put in Goff. And so Goff goes out there, bing, bing,
I know,
bing.
right?
And I was like, man, I wish I would have started that son of a gun. I flipped over there and looked. I was like, oh, I did. Yes, I forgot. I changed my mind. Like, yes, that is so wonderful. So, yeah, I started him and Gurley last night, so I already got like 100.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready we ain't even made it to Sunday yet. So, whoever I'm playing, sucks to be you, man. I don't know what to tell you.
So, man, that's week 4, man. We already,
It's easy, man.
what, quarter of the way in? Third of the way?
Shh.
Quarter? Yeah, quarter.
I want to hear that, man.
Yeah.
I want to hear that bull call.
And next week, we're going to be high tech, man.
Man,
You think we outside now? Wait till next week. You think the neighbor got something to say? Wait till we get legit next week, boy.
oh my gosh, yes. We're talking about like actual audio next week instead of a Mac.
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, instead of a Mac and slapping mosquitoes. I mean, eventually this is gonna actually be something. So yeah,
Enjoy
man.
it though, man. I
Oh
want you to
man,
know,
I gotta tell you, dude. I mean, you know, the old days we used to get to see each other every day, and we used to talk football all the time, drive people crazy, and you know, that went away for a long time. And so when this happens every week, it's the best part of my week, man. I love it.
It got me when your little one said, "Oh, Jay's here." I'm like, okay, Jay's here. All right, Mom. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's Jay again. Dad never gonna do a show. They're gonna talk about football. Watch this.
That was a
Cool, man.
blessing,
So, do your thing, man. Make sure you set your lineups. Don't be like people in my league that don't set their lineups and going to be a one and done. And keep that crap up. So, set your lineups. Make your decisions. Hopefully, this helps you a little bit. And, man, hope you're like us. Because over here, we love football.
Love it, passionate.
But
A big but. Yeah, man.
we
I
love
mean-
Jesus a whole lot more.
Amen, brother.
A whole lot more. Because
Love
he's
you, man.
good and we're not, man.
Yes.
That's
and he
it,
allowing us to do something like this. Ain't he
Man,
awesome?
Come on, man.
Not a God you serve to say, I'll let you two knuckleheads
Let's
get
go. Let's go. So we are going to go, man. Y'all have a great week for it.
Be blessed.
That's it.
All right. Ooh.